All right, everybody. Welcome back to this week's video, which is going to be about a couple of AI news articles that I recently saw that caught my eye. So let's jump right back into it. And as always, if you enjoy this video, please leave a like and a comment down below of what you liked with it. It really helps me out as a new YouTuber, and I hope you gain something from this video. So the first article we talked about, or that caught my eye this year, was about recent grads not being able to find jobs because they're being replaced by AI agents. So the recent college grad unemployment rate recently shot up to 5.7%, 5.8%, which is the widest gap in over 4 decades between the unemployment rate and recent college grads. This has most heavily been felt in the tech and finance industries, two industries that are leaning heavily into this new tool. And this is because many firms are now asking if AI can do what a recent college grad can do. And and the answer to this is yes. A recent college grad is basically just a sophisticated auto completion tool. And it takes time to develop them and really get them to the point where they can synthesize and work on their own. And that's exactly what an AI tool is right now. It's just a really fancy auto completion tool. So I can see why a lot of these firms are replacing these entry-level jobs with AI tools where they can. However, there is an opportunity for somewhat of a hybrid working arrangement, which we'll get into later on, which it has to do with blue collar work and white collar work. But we've seen over the news as of lately that there are big tech companies that are no longer hiring L4s or L5 software engineers just because the tool itself can do uh, the work better than these entry-level software engineers. So it'll be interesting to see what the work field is going to look like in the next 5 to 10 years for college graduates, and how they're going to basically show that they have value. I mean, when I was first coming out of college, the tool that they wanted us all to know was Excel. That was a key value point throughout my entire undergraduate degree, is that these industry professionals wanted their recent college graduates to be, experts in Excel. I think maybe moving forward, we'll just see the same thing, just but with AI tools as they continue to advance. I think the individuals most at risk will be new grads who don't embrace these new type of tools and don't take the time to learn them. Those who do will be able to set themselves apart from the rest of the crowd and will most likely be able to get a job. The next article that caught my attention was this one about LawZero, which is a new type of AI tool that is designed to monitor and identify at-risk AI tools. So it's AI against AI, kind of the AI law force. It's an interesting concept, and I think there is a need for it. These tools, if they go AWOL on us, and if there's no way to identify them before it happens, we are going to have huge civil distress within our society, and that is something we're going to need to combat. So this individual, Yoshuna Bengio, who is considered an AI pioneer, I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what the article says, so we'll just go with it for now, is designing this new type of tool that's basically going to assess other AI tools and assign a risk factor to them of whether or not they're likely to go AWOL, absent without leave. And I do think that's beneficial to have. However, there are some concerns about a tool like this, such as who's going to have control of it? If it's going to act as sort of a law enforcement agency, that should probably be a public good. However, the article does mention that they are looking to make strategic partnerships with key industry leaders within the AI field to help develop this tool, because that's the only way it's going to be able to scale and be able to keep up with the large models. Now, that begs the question of why these industry leaders would partner with a, um, a company like LawZero. Is why wouldn't they just handle it on their own? Why would they have someone else dictating to them when a certain tool is over a certain risk threshold that should no longer be, and it should no longer be allowed for public use, or it should be taken off the market? That's, most of these companies are public companies, and they basically work towards the bottom line. So taking off one of their leading tools just because it may be deemed too risky by one company doesn't seem like they're going to want to play ball with that. Now, the third article that caught my eye was how AI is infiltrating the blue collar workforce, but it's not in the ways that people first thought when AI was introduced. Now, everyone thought blue collar was going to be the first one to be impacted and their jobs were going to be the first to go. In reality, it's white collar white collar entry level jobs. Now, how AI is working symbiotically with the blue collar workforce is that it's now acting as kind of the front desk to the plumber, the electrician, or the HVAC tradesman. So they're scheduling calls, they're making follow up appointments, and they're even upselling their customers in certain cases. Now, one company that's doing this is Nectic. They're basically, like I said, replacing the front desk of blue collar trades. Now, this is an interesting opportunity because the home services market in the US is around $500 billion a year. And there's thousands and thousands of small business owners who could potentially be impacted by a company like this. So, this is a large market. This is a large opportunity for this company to take advantage of. Now, personally, I think this is a great example of how AI and an existing workforce can work symbiotically together. We could have these new we have we have the potential for a new type of career field in which you are both hands-on and tech savvy. So you have the capability to go into the home and wire a house, but you also have the capability to read these AI dashboards, interpret the data, and see what it's telling you, um, so you can better make decisions about your company. It also might give individuals the opportunity to start up a company more easily. If you don't have to hire a front office individual and you can operate more lean than your competitor, you can make your business more viable. It'll be interesting to see how this turns out in the next 5 to 10 years. I'm interested to hear your thoughts on it. So, in conclusion, while some entry level white collar jobs may be disappearing, we may be seeing the birth of a new type of career field, one that is a hybrid of both white collar and blue collar. Those who can work with their hands and get down in the mud while also being able to be tech savvy and analyze the data that the AI system is providing to those type of workers. It'll be interesting to see how this develops. But there is also some areas of concerns of if you do have these front desk type of AI automated agents that are doing these outreaches, when does it go from just being an outreach to spam? Since these tools can work 24/7 nonstop. That would be a case for where LawZero can come in and find these bad actors that are causing a detriment to the public good. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you think about these articles and how you think it's going to impact us moving forward. I mean, AI is going to touch everyone's life in the coming year, and it's important that we have these discussions now so we're not caught on our heels down the line. Either way, I hope you have a great day, and thanks for watching.